Okay, oh, we can do this. We can do this. Not even a problem, just got packages in between our legs. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Ginger on wheel, oh, that wasn't even that bad. We're out on the Kukirin Master G2 version 2 today. This is my first ride on this thing. Wow, we're going 44 downhill. That doesn't seem safe at all. I'm loaded to the gills with packages. I got packages between my legs, under my arms, on my back, everywhere, held together with literal bungee cords. Going to the post office. Then we're gonna go to the lake and we're gonna check out the scooter up close in person. Aesthetically, on the surface, this thing looks pretty much identical to the Kukirin G2 that we had last summer, which we've got a couple little enhanced differences between this G2 and the last year's G2 that make this thing the version 2. I guess while we're just full sending it down this road, I can tell you about the first one that's probably most obvious. See the little dangling neon thing? Yeah, that's a key. We've got key ignition now on this one, so that's a big plus for a lot of people who are scared about getting their scooter stolen. But one of the bigger differences that you can't even see at all is actually the fact that this thing is cut from a single block of aluminum now. It's no welds on the scooter, so it's a lot safer. Structural integrity, 10 out of 10. I feel like such a weirdo right now. I've literally got packages in between my legs. We're dropping off orders for Fire Sack and for PEV Outlet today. And big thanks to everyone ordering stuff on PEV Outlet. That's like literally keeping me afloat this summer. Not doing great on funds. I spent a lot of money last winter getting unhacked, buying new computer parts, and then going to Brazil like an idiot. I'm gonna take my super top secret shortcut. I'm gonna turn on my blinker here. We got turn signals on this scooter, and we're gonna go right in here. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There you go. This scooter has got all the giddy up. Granted, I'm on a full charge, so I might just be getting spoiled, but it feels very peppy, zippy. This thing is like the Emu Cruiser version 2 all-wheel drive on a budget, because it's like $600 or $700 cheaper. We're not gonna do that, we're gonna go up here. All right, give me a second, I'm gonna drop off some packages, and then I'll be back. I can get this thing up this curb. I'll take my key with me too. Yoink. This one for you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, have a good day.
Thanks. Hold the power button to get started. It starts off in speed mode 1 every time, so click the power button. A single tap will bring you up speed modes. Now we're in speed mode 3, which is the highest speed mode, of course. That's how we roll here at the Ginger on Wheels channel. We're at 36 PSI right now. None of these cars have any idea what they're doing. What are you doing, young lady? The f is going on here? Okay, excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Kukirin G2, version 2. Oh, this thing is so much fun. You can hear it skipping on the sidewalk. Oh man. This is one of those scooters where I feel like they put too much scooter in the amount of chassis that it has. It's too powerful for its own good. It's really lightweight too. It's slender. If you're in it for comfort and like really big real estate on the deck, this isn't a great scooter because it's got a slim, skinny deck. It's long though. It's plenty long. It just doesn't have the width. I'm gonna go up here. We're gonna go into a secret trail woodsy spot. I've got no packages now and I don't really know what to do with myself. So, beep, beep. Come on, cars. You can do it. You can do it. Go, 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 go. All right, I'm going. See you. All right, so for those of you who didn't see last year's review on the Kukirin Master, which is what the scooter is called, the Kukirin G2 Master. Last year we did a video on this scooter and it was really fun. It actually really surprised me. The only thing I wish they had done better is put hydraulic brakes on the thing, because for the amount of power that it has, it really is under-braked. For someone my size anyway. I'm 170 now, but I was 210 back then, and it just felt like it needed more brakes. And I think it still kind of does. So at least semi-hydraulic brakes would have been nice. Full hydraulic would have been like creme de la creme, cherry on top. But for $1,000, beggars can't be choosers. This thing is really cheap for what you get. Oh, you're turning? I'm turning too. We're going in here, into the woods. All right, I'm out of the heat now in the sun. Let's stop and talk about some of the things that you see on this scooter right away. So, let me turn off my turn signal, which apparently was on the whole time. Do I get display? There it goes. Okay, ladies and gerblemans, this is the Kukirin G2 Master Upgraded Edition, version 2. On the surface, it looks pretty much the same. There's a couple key differences here I'm about to tell you about. First one, I mentioned on the ride down to the UPS store. This piece right here is all one-piece cast aluminum now. They say cut aluminum, but I doubt they're cutting from a single aluminum block to make the stem pieces. But there's no welds on the scooter. Everything is one single piece that's screwed into another big single piece, including the frame here. So big difference, because you can't, welds are the weakest spot of any scooter, and you can't crack the weld and get a scooter crack in your frame. Those are pretty much Like, your scooter's done if you get a crack in the frame. You need a new one because it's gonna break eventually. It's metal fatigue. But we got the same button module here. This is very waterproof looking design. We got the lights here, we got turn signals. Turn the lights back on for you. And we have got our horn, nice little horn. This is our dual and single dingle button. It's a dual and single motor button, so we can push this, and you can see on the display here, it goes from single motor, we push this, and it goes to dual motor. So that means single motor is rear, dual is both, obviously, and dual is where it's at. It's way more powerful. It feels like triple motor, honestly. We've got dual 1000 watt motors on a 52 volt system, I believe, on this scooter. I have ridden the G2 Master aplenty, but not this specific scooter. The voltage I know is the same, the battery is the same, the motors are the same, all the internal components that make the thing go are the exact same as last year's. But on this scooter we have the key right here, key ignition, so you can turn it off, take the keys out, no one can take your scooter, unless of course they can physically lift it and put it in the back of a truck. I do recommend a lock, like the ones I sell on pevoutlet.com, or just any heavy duty lock. But turn the key right here, nothing happens, but power button. The power button works when the key is in, so there you go. This is our charge port down here. One of the other major differences that they're advertising on this version 2 G2 is that the thing has 50% faster charging. So you're charging at 3 amps now instead of 2, which still is pretty weak sauce if you ask me. I'm surprised they're advertising that as like a major selling point because 3 amps is not that fast. For a 20 amp hour battery, that means from 0 to full is gonna be like 11 hours still, but I guess it's better than 2 amps, right? So we do have our classic adjustable stem here. We got 3 adjustable stem heights. This is like really short riding. You can do like insane stunts and tricks if you're a pro scooter rider, or if you just have kids and they wanna ride it down here. Or if you're like me, big tall guy, and you want some comfort up here. And this is obviously the middle zone. It's got a clasp, which does a very good job of holding the scooter bars steady, and it's actually hard to get undone with my gloves. It doesn't feel like one that I'm tightening down so far that I'm gonna strip the bolt. It just feels like it's actually very snug and goes smoothly all the way into where it's supposed to go. So not stripping bolts here, but it is very secure. And down here, this is also the same tightening mechanism that we see on a lot of scooters, like the Highboy Titan Pro, for example. But it's just a screw latch here, and once this pin comes out of the little groove that it goes into, you can pull this back and then the bars fold down. So you can fold the scooter, you can latch the orange thingy up here underneath the bars, and then you can carry your scooter around. Apologies if it's pretty dark, I know it's pretty dark in here, but it's nice and cool. I know you can't see a lot though, so you just tighten it down like this. You make sure the little nut thingy goes in the little nut hole, and give it a nice snug tighten, and you're good. The motors, I know they say they're the same motors, but they look really cool. I'm not sure if that's the same design as last year, but looks sweet. And down here, one of the other major differences that we have from last year's scooter is the suspension, which looks the exact same, but I can tell you from riding the 2, this is much more sophisticated at suspension. Last year's Kukirin G2 felt like a pogo stick, which was really fun to ride, don't get me wrong. You can just boing, boing, boing all around. But this is the same, yeah, we get it. You have a trombone in your car. This is the same suspension, but it is hydraulically dampened now. So it'll give you the same squish, and then it'll go back up to where it should have gone. So it's much more stable on corners, around like high-speed corners. If you got bounces, divots in the road, or I don't know how it's gonna do off-road. I don't think it's ideal for off-road, but it'll do. But if you're hitting potholes around corners, or if you're just generally street riding and you wanna keep the tires on the ground for as much time as possible, which is what you're supposed to want, the hydraulically dampened suspension is a major bonus. You're not gonna be bouncing all around like a pogo stick. It's gonna be less prone to speed wobbles at high speed. You're gonna have a lot more control over the scooter, just in general. It's gonna keep the tire on the ground for more time. The brakes though, it's still 140 millimeter cable actuated brakes. I think I might just say screw it and upgrade these brakes to hydraulic brakes myself, because this scooter is everything I want in a scooter, except for fenders maybe, but it doesn't have hydraulic brakes. And I don't know why they didn't do that on the version 2 here. That would have been like the perfect little piece they could have put on it for an extra, I think like $40, and they just don't do it. I think I know the reason why. Like it's harder to maintain for noobs, I guess you'd call them. But entry-level scooter riders who don't really know a lot about mechanics or brakes or anything, these are a lot more simple to adjust. You just like loosen the screw, pull the cable, tighten the screw. But for anyone who knows how fast this thing goes and how dangerous it can be, hydraulic brakes are almost a must in my book. So I'm gonna upgrade these to full hydraulic brakes. I've got the quad piston nut hydraulic brakes at my house. I think I might just send it, do that. Because this, or I think it's actually, excuse me, it's 30 amp hours on the eMove Cruiser version 2. It's 30% more battery, 33.3. But my other little complaint I have with this thing is the cable management up top. I feel like they could have just done a little better with this, you know, like some braided cables up here. And I don't know why it goes from the back of the stem and wraps tightly around the side over to the front of the stem. Like, just make it come out the front of the stem or the side, you know, make it a little less tight here. I don't like that. Makes me wonder what it looks like on the inside of the deck, which is the true telling tale of how nice your scooter is. Anyway, enough chit chat. We've got 10-inch, oh yeah, okay. I should mention also, while we're down here, the suspension, yes, hydraulically dampened. The frame, yes, one piece aluminum. The tires also, they look the exact same as the last year's tires, 10-inch tires, off-road, semi-off-road, I guess. But these ones are tubeless, so we do not have a tube anymore. They're a lot less prone to punctures. Allegedly, they're the puncture-proof tires with the goop on the inside. So, like if you do run over a nail or whatever, it's got a self-filling element that will fill up the hole for you and you won't get a flat. But I did find it strange, in the box, they include an extra inner tube. And if I have tubeless tires, why are you putting an inner tube in the box, sirs and ma'ams? Thought that was funny. They're just like in the habit of chucking in an extra tube in every box, but you don't need them on this one because no tubes. It even says on the side of the tire, tubeless. But before it gets too dark in here, I do want to rip around in the woods. Okay, now let's actually rip around on the scooter and see what she can do. We're gonna put it in speed mode 3 because that's how we roll here. Ginger on wheels. Test on the microphone, and let's go. Oh dear. Right away, I wish I had hydraulic brakes. Loving the nimbleness on the scooter though. Oh my God. Ah! Okay, taking it a little too crazy. A little too crazy. It's like the first off-road fun sun ride for me of the year, so excuse me. If we crash a couple times, it's not the scooter, it's just me going too hard. We're going too hard, okay. Oh. Skidding into the corners, skidding out of the corners. This is too much fun. Oh, that would have been bad. Let's hop this little down tree. Okay, cranky scooter. Wow, okay, down tree, near KO. Let's see what we can do for the rest of the ride here. Oh yeah, this thing is boss off-road. It almost feels like it has some sort of frame bending element. I think it's the tires. Do these tires just rock? What's going on here? What am I feeling? I think it is the tires. No way. What the f? This thing handles better off-road than like 99% of scooters I've ever ridden. I don't know what's going on here. What is going on here? What's going on with this thing? I think these tires are just boss. Either that or the entire swing arm is loose. It's not though. Wow, these tires rock off-road. Take back everything I said earlier. It feels like the scooter sort of separates into two around corners and gives you extra, it's hard to explain. Wow, seriously impressed with the off-roading ability of this thing. Why are tubeless tires better off-road? Could someone answer that for me? I thought the tubes was supposed to be better. You get more cushion for your pushing. I guess there's just the control, these ones. I'm gonna do one more lap here. Yeah, oh, wow. Hydraulic brakes would have been boss, no doubt, but these things are so nice. I mean, the tires, not the brakes. With the brakes, I'm pretty much squeezing to full every time I want to give it a little bit of a stop because it eases into the brakes. They need to heat up a lot before it'll give it the actual grip. But the handling on the tires is awesome. Oh, the tree, almost forgot about the tree. Probably could have sent it over the tree, honestly. Spider in the mouth. The season right now in Seattle is spiders. It's not summer. It's spiders. Wow, this thing rocks. Off-road, like even the Cabo Mantis is not gonna hold a torch to this thing. It's something about the suspension. Is it the hydraulic dampened suspension? Something about this scooter is giving me much more control. I'm gonna go with the suspension. That's a much more realistic bet, right? I can actually absorb the bumps and keep the tire on the ground at the same time. 10 out of 10 off-road. Didn't see that coming, thought this would just be a fun little detour. 10 out of 10 off-road for this thing. This might be the best off-roading scooter ever. I need to shut up before I talk about things before I actually ride with them. This is the best off-roading scooter I've ever ridden, handling-wise. That was easy. Wow, okay, that was excellent. So much so that I'm gonna take this little off-roady sidewalk home. Oh yeah, oh, I feel bad for the cars behind me. They're just getting sprayed with gravel pretty much. Oh, going through the gravel tunnel. Oh, you can hear that tire just chirping out. Oh no, in the ditch, in the ditch. That wasn't my fault. These hedges are overgrown. Oh, I got a leaf in my caboose. You hear it? What do we have stuck in here? a leaf. Oh my God, 10 out of 10 off-road for this thing, no doubt. Oh, I'm exhausted. I need water. It's 90 degrees. A man can't do this all day. Actually, he could if he were in better shape, but I'm not. Oh God, Lord have mercy on my soul. Oh dear. I know the G4 Max is supposed to be like the off-road dominator, but it's gonna have a hard time beating this thing. I didn't even get a chance to take some sexy B-roll of the scooter beforehand. All right, take two, full battery. That GoPro battery ran out outstandingly fast. Oh, we're going down here, I guess. Jesus Christ. Now's your time to take the audio clip for Reddit. Ginger on Wheels said the Kukirin G2 Master version 2 is the best off-roading scooter he's ever ridden. Not even comparable. It's the hydraulically dampened suspension and these really low sidewall tires. I think traditionally, more springy suspension with bigger sidewalls on your tires is better for off-roading because you can hit huge bumps and you won't just absolutely wreck your car or your motorcycle. But for scooters, you're not really ever hitting those things at the size that you would on like a buggy or a car. So having the hydraulically dampened suspension just actually does keep your tire on the ground for longer, which is what you want when you're asking for control. Boss, we're flying along at like 25 miles per hour through this off-roady stuff. Oh my God, I'm getting tired. Wow, that was close. This is the car. Oh wow, oh wow, it's over. The technical anyway. Whew. I got my socks knocked off. I didn't expect to do that today. I thought we were gonna go to the lake. I mean, I might go to the lake now, but not for the scenery, just so I could jump in. That's really fun. This thing with a set of hydraulic brakes would be, honestly, I don't know how you could beat it. What other functions do we need? Sheesh. Even the bars, the bar width, compared to a lot of other scooters is considered narrow. I don't know what it is. It feels like maybe about 20 inches. But when you're going through technical stuff like that and you're just trying to keep your body tucked in so you don't nick your arms and legs on things, having the narrow bars is better. And you don't necessarily need them for the control at 25 miles per hour. This thing is nuts. It's just too much scooter. It's such a little body. It's like a 5 foot tall Olympic power lifter. Oh God. I'm really pulling back on these bars too. In retrospect, I shouldn't be doing that, like for safety reasons, but I feel pretty okay with it considering we got like a triple actually, secure latching system. It's got 3 different fail safes in case something breaks. Wow, this scooter blew my mind. Off-road, did not ever see that coming. I thought the hydraulic dampened suspension was more for street. Nuts. Okay, catch your breath here, sir. We're gonna go up the steepest off-road section on any trail I know of. It's down here. After a little bit of abuse, I don't know if we'll make it up. That's asking a lot. We've only got dual 1,000-watt motors. I believe they're 25 amp controllers. Oh my goodness. That's a massive upgrade. They should have advertised it more. You'll crack your stem going over that on regular scooters with nice suspension. Look at this hill. Can you see this hill? I don't know if you can fully grasp the steepness. Okay, so you go down this hill. You go over a flat spot and then just up the steepest hill ever. We're gonna see if this thing can do it on 52 volts. We're nearing 50% battery. Kukirin G2 Master version 2. Get down the steep hill, across the flat section, and then up. Are we gonna make it? Nearly. You first, I'm gonna take a break up here. Okay. Good luck.
Thanks, have fun.
My bad. Oh, have we really only been going for 6 miles? I feel like my asthma's coming back. Okay, I wanna go, but I wanna give that guy some leeway so I don't run into him again and ruin his trip with all my dust. I'm just gonna cut out into the streets. You've seen what this thing can do off-road. I've experienced it. Wow. So, anything broken? Nope. Everything's still chipper. Nice and tight, no strange noises, no knocking or scraping. I hate to say it, but Voro Motors, this thing stomped on the Emu Cruiser version 2. I get it, that's not an off-road scooter at all. You did put hybrid tires on it. Wow, this thing is still tight. It feels like I just bought it. It's just so freaking tight and nimble. This thing is sick. What do you think, Horsey? 10 out of 10? Yeah, 10 out of 10 for him. That's always fun. Always, on any scooter. Oh, leaning off the side. Ooh. Oh my God. This scooter is so much fun. Wow. I'm speechless. I'm lost for words. For $1,000 bucks, what more could you ask for? I guess a bigger battery, but not really for $1,000 bucks. You don't know what you're asking for if you're asking for a bigger battery on this thing. I hope the camera's on. It is, thank God. All right, this is one of my favorite downhill sendies, and I've got no qualms absolutely flooring it down this. 35 miles an hour, 37. 40, and I still feel like I've got room to give it some zigzags. That hydraulic suspension, it just keeps the tire on the ground. 41 miles an hour. What about the crouchies? Yep, it's a 41, stuck. It was a 44 out of the box with the fully charged battery. We are one of the few people who's actually gonna make this green light. Excuse me, pardon me, come through. All right, we gotta slow it down for the park. We're gonna start taking out kids one by one, like bowling pins. Oh my God, into the Ebola-drome. If you bought this scooter and you haven't got it yet and you're just watching this video because you wanna see what it's gonna be like, you have bit off more than you can chew, sir or ma'am. That's a really fun scooter. 10 out of 10. Wow, okay. Nice long break at the park. Back on the road. Oh, we're in speed mode 1. Let's go ahead and click that twice. And speed mode 3. Nothing like a nice long break in the shade to decompress, bring me back to level-headedness. All right, so now that I've had some time to think about it, sitting down in the shade at the park bench by myself, yes, the scooter out of the box, 10 out of 10. But I don't want to say it's a 10 out of 10 indefinitely and that it's my favorite scooter and all that just yet, even though I kind of feel like it is. Because there's a lot of aspects that go into scooter ownership that aren't just how it rides initially out of the box. Nice bike. For example, this thing came with an inner tube even though it has tubeless tires. So what does that tell you about how much the scooter manufacturer is paying attention to the scooter? I don't know. Also, in the owner's manual, which is very thick and seems nice and hardy, it turns out it's just in many, many languages with basic, very basic scooter ownership rules, like don't charge it when it's wet. But there's no actual adjustments for the P settings, which I found out the scooter does have. If you click the power button twice, it'll go into the P settings mode. And there are no instructions in the owner's manual for how to adjust the P settings. Like if you do need to adjust the tire size or the voltage or the screen brightness or anything like that, you gotta figure it out on your own. And granted, it is a very basic P setting menu. It's not very complex. It's, what do I want to call it? Cross-compatible. It applies to a lot of scooters, so it's not hard to figure out on your own which settings do what. Slow down here for the person. But the fact that it's not in the manual, I think says a lot too. And normally I would say it's gonna be hard to find parts for this scooter because it's a Chinese manufacturer, but this company has actually been around for quite a while and they do have some US-based warehouses with just spare parts. So unlike some companies where you'll be waiting for months just for a part that was supposed to be covered under warranty, these people will probably get you a part within a month. I know it's not a short time, it's not an Amazon wait, but you know, you're not gonna be waiting for months on end to get a controller display or something like a throttle display or something like that. Give a little horn toot. Thank you. It's a nice solid little horn. And another thing I don't know about, aside from how much the company will care about the scooter, like actually care about the nitty-gritty details, if you'll have a customer service rep who'll be able to help you, if you'll be able to find P settings, is what the scooter wiring looks like inside the deck. Because as I've realized, a lot of new scooters, the nice ones anyways, they're coming to terms with the fact that you need a nice wiring layout inside the deck for usability, for serviceability, and for just translating what component is what to customers. And if your scooters are just a big rat's nest of wires inside the deck, it's really hard to communicate to the customer what needs to be fixed or what wire to move to where, you know, to fix parts. So Cabo GTR, I think, is the best scooter that I've seen anyways for the layout of the wiring inside the actual scooter. It's like all bolted down and pragmatic, and you can point to exactly which wire you're supposed to be adjusting to fix things. But the GT Pro, for example, one generation earlier, is just a rat's nest of wires. They tried their very hardest to cram as many features into that scooter as they possibly could, and it ended up just being a spaghetti mess. So it's hard to tell which wire goes to what and where unless you actually take the whole scooter apart and go, oh yeah, this goes here, this goes there. So I don't know what the wiring looks like inside this thing. It could be very, very messy, big entangled spaghetti mess of scooter goodness. But you never know till you take it apart, and I haven't taken this one apart yet. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. What I do know though about the scooter is that it is extremely fun. The semi-hydraulic suspension, the tubeless tires, I didn't think they would mean a lot. I thought they were mostly just like on paper upgrades, but they increased the rideability and the fun off-road and on-road tremendously. And I know out of all the scooters I've ridden, this is the best bang for your buck under $1,000, no doubt. I don't think it's under 1,000, maybe it's 1,100, but still, in this price range, you're not gonna find a better scooter, period. If you need something with longer range, this isn't gonna be a great scooter for you because it's only got a 20 amp hour battery, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the best scooter I've ridden this year. So take that for what it's worth. Anyways, that's all for me. Thanks for watching. Ginger on Wheels, over and out. Really? Hey, puppy. Oh, this thing is so much fun.